One of the craziest experiments I've ever heard of firmly established that mouth-to-mouth rescue breathing could be effective at providing adequate oxygen to unresponsive and unconscious victims.
The experimental study you are about to see is one of 18 similar studies during which we compared various methods of artificial respiration.
First though, leading up to the study, most doctors didn't believe the exhaled breath had enough oxygen to properly do any good. Instead, they were doing all types of crazy shit trying to resuscitate unconscious patients. This is an illustration of the Holger-Nelson method from 1955. Before that, they were doing even more crazier shit like the barrel method and the horse trot method. But in 1946, the efficacy of mouth-to-mouth was accidentally rediscovered by physician James Elam. The polio epidemic was ongoing and he was an anesthesia resident at the University of Minnesota. Sometimes when their iron lung failed, or there weren't enough iron lungs to keep everyone breathing, he would perform mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on the patients until they could get an emergency tracheotomy. And sometimes he did it for hours. But around 1952, he met Hungarian anesthesiologist Peter Safer at an anesthesiology conference, and they decided to work together. And that's where we get to the crazy experiment. There's even an 11-minute presentation they made about it on the tube. What they did is they paralyzed 30 volunteers with curare. Curare is a plant toxin that indigenous people of South America applied to darts and arrows as a paralytic. They hooked up monitoring equipment so they could watch their oxygen levels. You could watch their O2 going down to dangerous levels when the techniques were ineffective. First they established that air wouldn't make it into their lungs if you didn't tilt their head back because their tongue would get in the airway. Then they tried various old methods of resuscitation on the paralyzed patients to no avail. They didn't measure very much air going in and out of the patient's lungs with any of them old methods. They gave untrained lay people a 15 to 20 second crash course on the new CPR and let them try their hand at it. The video includes a firefighter and a Boy Scout successfully oxygenating paralyzed patients with mouth-to-mouth.
This Boy Scout will perform mouth-to-airway breathing. He weighs 100 pounds. He has some difficulty, but corrects himself. He was able to adequately ventilate subjects weighing up to 210 pounds. Mouth-to-mouth breathing, therefore, should be started immediately when the victim is found, while waiting for equipment.
It was a hard sell to physicians and medical professionals, but Safar and Elam sold it well, and they're known as the fathers of CPR today. Thanks for watching. Me and my community here are supporting this GoFundMe to help save Amir and his family. We've made really good progress and we're getting close to meeting their goal, so any further help would be really appreciated. Thank you.